Let's first start with the gas crisis. The gas crisis is a crisis that has gripped pretty much all of Europe, not just UK, but UK is experiencing it far more than others. And let me just the very brief and headline of this issue is basically that the gas prices has soared significantly in the UK, almost 3,000 times. But
wait, 3,000%? You mean not 3,000 times?
Three. Sorry, yes, 3,000%. Sorry,
I guess that's what it is.
But yeah, or 3 times. I don't know. But
no, I think they've increased 3 times, which would be 300%. If they've increased like threefold, that's 300%.
Yes, exactly, 300. Yes. But we are talking about wholesale prices. So the government has some level of control over gas prices for the households, for individual consumers, but wholesale prices is the price which companies buy gas prices at, and gas companies are basically all going bankrupt. It's pretty crazy. From 70 gas companies now, there may be less than 10 in a few months.
Why are they going bankrupt though?
Because they have to because they pay the wholesale price, but then they have to, because of price controls, then they have to still sell the gas to the public at a certain price that is not profitable for them.
Okay, so like energy company. Okay, so like electricity or energy companies. Okay.
Gas companies. Yes, we are talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, energy company. You're right. They use it to generate electricity. But analysts, this is from, by the way, Open Democracy. This paragraph, I looked at a lot of articles. I think this is best briefly summarizes the issue. Analysts have attributed the skyrocketing prices to a perfect storm of factors, including depleted European stock after prolonged winter, delayed maintenance by domestic gas field operators, lower gas supplies from Russia, and a strong demand for liquefied natural gas in Asia and Latin America. It's also important to note that UK more than many European nations had been relying on wind and gas for energy, and the wind I don't know what you call that. The wind has been less like the wind in the UK this year has been less wind since 1960s.
Yeah, it's been less windy, I guess.
Less windy since 1960s.
Yeah. Especially so where they have, I guess, where they have the
wind turbines.
Yeah.
But also the reason why UK relied on gas so much was because of the North Sea gas and oil fields, but the production from there has plummeted. Also, there is a electricity I don't know what's the technical term, grid connection between France and UK, and that's been experiencing issues, and they're like repairing that. So also UK does not have enough storage for liquefied gas, which government and previous governments have been criticized for not having enough storage to store gas. And UK famously has pretty much completely phased out all its coal generating facilities. So that's why they are facing some energy shortages. And even if they do, like all the coal mines, if they restart working right now in the UK, they can only add 2% to the energy output of the country. And furthermore, this was a bit confusing to me, so somebody can correct me. I was watching these Channel 4 and BBC News articles about the fact that government is saying we do not have a fuel shortage, we have a lorry driver shortage. So there is this other issue which is going on, which is basically partially due to the fact that due to Brexit and lack of visa for lower workers, there are not enough lorry drivers to deliver the fuels to gas stations.
Yeah, okay. So sorry. So this last point that you made, this is not, you're not talking about the gas anymore, and here you're talking, this was a separate issue.
That's
This last,
that's about fuel. Yeah,
yeah,
that's not
true. I
about the
see.
gas.
Yeah, no,
That's
because I just,
almost
yeah,
separate.
because yeah, I wanted to come back to the gas
I mean,
price,
yeah, yeah.
to the gas price. I mean, it reminds me a tiny bit. You remember just a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, gasoline prices were going up, like fuel prices were going up in the US. And just like you pointed out, this analyst said the perfect storm, or sorry, whoever the article that you read talk about the
Uh,
perfect
the,
storm.
the
Uh,
the article is written by Laurie McFarlane, and I think her or him, Laurie, I don't know what, I think it's a female name. It's great job of it analyzes for, it's a deep dive on why like
yeah.
privatization under Thatcher led to this. Anyway, sorry.
Okay, interesting. But yeah, the part we're talking about the perfect storm, and then so demand going up in Asia. So this is also because of, like, post slightly post COVID in the economy. So demand has gone up. So all of this, I mean, I was listening to another analyst. So it's kind of like a temporary crisis. And I think the fact that they did it probably has a lot to do with also the geopolitics with Russia, because there is another, because they're saying that the Russians are not providing them enough because they get most of their gas from Russia, and there is this other pipeline that Russia is just waiting
Mhm.
for Germany, I believe, to approve. And so yeah, they could be, if that comes into, they could, some of it could even have to do with that, just like pressuring Europe to okay that. And then I hear like some jabs being taken at renewables and all this. I'm interested to see how much the wind one, how much of a factor that played, or it's really the gas one. And I mean, and a lot of it has to do with the circumstance of, economies reemerging a bit. And of course, Russia and the geopolitics there. So kind of the same thing. So yeah, all of these
Well,
put
just
together. So it's, yeah, so it's just like it's a little bit of an interesting geopolitics crisis. But yeah, a lot of people, sorry, just gonna finish with this. But yeah, of course, gonna hurt a lot of people. However, I heard that in France and the UK, I think you mentioned it, in Germany, they're gonna subsidize and help households with the cost of gas being up, especially if it's a cold winter and all that in Europe this year. But yeah.
no, a caveat on the Russian thing. I think the Russian, first of all, it, from my understanding, this is not something I took a deep look into, but Russia is always pretty much willing to sell its gas to highest bidders. So
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a bit of a fear mongering and stuff. And the fact is, Russia is finding more lucrative markets in Asia and
Asia,
in
yeah.
Middle East, and maybe that, like, it's not Russians trying to play geopolitics. Maybe it's just the issue of supply.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you were talking about Nord Stream 2. That's a weird one because a couple of months ago I thought that's 100%
Mm-hmm.
okay to be finished because it's very like few
Yeah.
miles or kilometers left of it to be finished. So, and with the whole AUKUS deal, which we're going to do a video about, and with a lot of others, with the whole, I think more importantly with the way US withdrew from Afghanistan, I do think we're going to see, yeah, Europe needs to really figure out this energy crisis pretty much happens every year with Europe, so they need to find like a solution basically.
Yeah, and they are really relying on gas right now, especially, and they probably will increasingly as they try to phase out fuel more and stuff.
The
I mean,
next
in the UK,
century is the gas century, I
yeah,
think. I
I mean,
mean,
the UK, if I'm not mistaken, it said that 50% of its energy comes from gas. I mean, at least some sectors, I
I
think,
think
for
more so
electricity.
even.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, even that's a lot.
From
Just
what
from gas, 50%, that's a lot already.
I understood, above 70% came from gas and wind.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's interesting. And let me just gonna add a little this. So if I'm not mistaken, so Norway, which also of course exports gas, but them, luckily for them, they generate almost 90% of their electricity from water. So I mean, they just have like the best situation there. I mean, in Canada,
Low
Quebec, they also
population, my friend.
no, I don't know. I don't
I
know
know.
where
I'm
you got
joking.
that.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
But
Low
yeah.
population and a lot of money. But no, yeah.
And
Apparently,
some
it's. I
for
found that.
luck.
I found out about Iran recently, and I found it so surprising that the wave, I don't know what they call it, the system that they generate electricity from waves of the sea and all that. Apparently, that
Oh,
plays a huge role, and it can be a very significant contributor to a country's
no,
energy.
I see.
Like,
No, I was talking more like hydropower with like, like a dam, that
yeah,
kind of.
I think, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like what I mean by wave is water moving.
No, but like, like building dams, I guess you need dams. But yeah, anyway,
Well,
Norway, they I'm guessing
well
they're
done
probably
to them.
not being hurt by this crisis as their fund just grows and grows. In our last video that we did, I actually put the video of the website. It's called like thefund.no or something that just shows the number, the investment just
It just shows
increasing and
off their
increasing.
wealth to rest of the world.
Yeah.
People from Angola googling, looking with regret and by envy.